Back here at SunTrust Park, I'm Kevin McAlpin with 680 The Fan and the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, hanging out here in the Xfinity rooftop in some shade here today. Nice, sunny, warm day in Atlanta. We're getting you set for the Braves and the Pirates. It's game 2 of their 3-game set, and it comes your way tonight right here on the Fan and Braves Radio Network at 7:20 p.m. Eastern. Couple of right-handers going at it. Mike Fulton-Nevich for the Braves, Chris Archer for the visiting Pirates. Braves are looking for their 5th consecutive win. They took last night's series opener 13-7 in a ballgame that saw Atlanta hit 5 home runs, a couple from Ozzie Albies. Good sign from him with those home runs coming from the left side of the plate. Freddie Freeman continues his hot streak. He goes yard last night. Nick Markakis, a big home run for him, and Ronald Acuna Jr. with his first career grand slam in the regular season. Now, it's something I threw out there on Twitter last night. Hard to believe that Ronald Acuna Jr. now has 2 career grand slams. Of course, one happened in the postseason last year, but Freddie Freeman, north of 200 career home runs, he's still looking for that elusive grand slam. Heck, Ozzie Albies hit one last year as well for the Braves. So it's been tough to come by for Freddie Freeman to get that first career grand slam. He did have one in spring training, but as Brian Snitker joked with him, it didn't count. But again, a big night for the Braves offense last night. Of course, let's talk about what happened in that first inning. Josh Donaldson and Joe Musgrove both getting ejected after Donaldson was nipped on the jersey by a pitch. He took some exception to that. The benches cleared briefly. No punches were thrown. Some pushing and shoving, but nothing too much out of the ordinary. But again, Donaldson tossed from the game last night, Musgrove as well. I was more surprised with Musgrove being ejected than I was Donaldson. Donaldson did push the Pirates catcher, and that kind of escalated things and led to the benches being cleared. So I didn't have a problem with Donaldson getting tossed from that game. I know a lot of folks felt differently, but as far as Musgrove was concerned, of course, the Pirates were not happy about that at all, and they're going to bring him back on a quick turnaround in Thursday's finale here. That's a 12 o'clock game here Thursday afternoon in the final game of this 4-game series. But first things first, we got Mike Fulton-Nevich and Chris Archer going at it tonight. The Braves saw Archer last week in Pittsburgh. He threw the ball exceptionally well. And talking to guys in the clubhouse, the big thing he was doing well last week, they couldn't pick up his breaking ball. And Snit said after the game, his slider at times was essentially virtually unhittable in last outing. So look for the Braves to try to make some adjustments as far as their offensive approach is concerned against Archer's slider. Speaking of slider, we did see some extra velo on the slider from Mike Fulton-Nevich last time out. Saw some 90s from Fulty's slider. A pitch that typically is 86, 87, but he had a little bit more velo on it. That being said, he didn't locate it nearly as well as he needed to. Gave up a couple of more home runs in that start at PNC Park. He's already given up 15 bombs on the season. Last year, he only gave up 17 all year. So locating the fastball and locating the slider, certainly areas that Mike Fulton-Nevich needs to improve upon as he goes forward, and look for him to continue to try to execute the slider with more efficiency here tonight against the Pittsburgh Pirates lineup. Let's talk about Dallas Keuchel for just a moment, because of course he made his organizational debut last night with Class A Rome. 7 scoreless innings, 9 strikeouts, just 1 walk, couple of base hits on Dallas Keuchel's line. Look for him to go out there in the minors again this weekend on Saturday. And as far as whose spot in the rotation he's going to take, well, it certainly looks like Kevin Gausman. I don't see how he gets a chance to make another start. Last night, Sean Newcomb came in, goes 4 2/3 innings in relief of Kevin Gausman last night, and it sure feels like Newcomb has done everything to earn that start on Saturday when that spot comes up in the Braves rotation, and that would be game 2 of the series here at SunTrust Park against the Philadelphia Phillies. Speaking of the Phillies, Braves find themselves in a first-place tie with Philadelphia entering play here tonight. Phillies got whooped last night, and in South Philadelphia, they gave up 7 home runs to the Arizona Diamondbacks, a ball game that I think was 11 homers total between both those two teams. But hey, right now, Braves fans, they're big D-backs fans here over the next couple of days. And of course, the Braves are looking to continue business here at home against the Pirates. They're looking to try to establish some home field advantage, some momentum here at SunTrust Park. Only a couple of games over 500. Of course, the Braves have the best road record in the National League. They'd love to see that carry over here at home, and they'll send Mike Fulton-Nevich to the mound, looking to do so here tonight. First pitch is set for 7:20 p.m. Eastern, right here on 680 The Fan and the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Hopefully you can join Ben Ingram and Jim Powell as they've got all the action. So if you can't get here to the ballpark, we got you covered right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.